So Colin had a take the other day that we're going to get into because it needs to be discussed. What was your take?
It's gonna get hot. You lead into it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we were talking about something about baseball. That's what it was. Baseball being
Sure.
like America's pastime,
Yes.
but it's the past, right? Like nobody's like, oh, baseball's the most popular sport now,
right.
right? It's definitely football in the United States, at least, easily.
100.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt asked the question like, oh, when do you think or what will surpass football? And like, when will that happen to football? Where football
Sure.
will be the pastime and not the present. Kind of
Yeah,
like
and
baseball
basically
is.
I was saying, if you follow the track of baseball or just, our country in general, like things that we're interested in, horse racing, boxing, baseball, all of those things have gone, slowly on a decline. And obviously the NFL came in where it's at and it's king, but it's not going to be king forever, was what I was saying. And so whether it's 50 years from now, 100 years, because you'd say baseball is 70, 60 years removed from being the most popular sport in our country. Say that
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know exactly, but yeah.
So 70 or 60, 100 years from now is football reigning supreme, the NFL. College.
And I said absolutely.
And I struggle with that because I just that far out in the future, there's so many variables that could topple it, right? Somebody gets killed on the field, DeMar Hamlin. People start studying more about brain injuries, the safety aspect, all these things. There's litigation. Football almost went away when I don't remember the year it is now, the 20s, 10, like there was a president that came in and saved it. Dave will research
In like
this later.
1920s. Is that what you're saying?
So the invention, actually, I wish I knew more about this subject to sound more informed.
Yeah.
But essentially, at one point, football, there was people dying because basically it was rugby without, certain aspects of rugby. It was just people in a line pushing each other, trying to gain yards. People were dying because they weren't wearing helmets from head injuries. And then it got to the point where people tried to outlaw it. One of their presidents stepped in. They came up with a forward pass. They spread things out more to where it was less combative or whatever.
So you're saying it evolved?
Yes. As a literal U.S. president stepped in to save it because he, used to play it and didn't want it to go away. So what's stopping that from happening?
It will
100 years
continue
from now?
evolving, and it will always reign king. We saw a guy die on the field not too long ago, and NFL football, if on a chart, is up and to the right, money-wise, viewership-wise, everything.
Yeah.
It will never, nothing will ever touch it.
But to say
What will
that's
touch it?
so
What will-
definitive though.
What will touch it?
I don't know, but
Exactly.
something will.
Nothing will.
There's no way.
Drone racing?
Sure, maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Dude. No.
Maybe there's robots or something that come in and they start doing stuff.
Not a chance.
You
No, because it with robots, any of that stuff, you don't have the passion, you don't have the blood, sweat, guts, all that stuff that goes into it. The gladiator type atmosphere that these guys
Yeah.
that we tune in to see,
Yeah.
that's never gonna go away.
But to say never is pretty crazy
Yeah.
because 500 years from now.
Sure, dude. If America exists, football will always reign king. So
That's a
I will
bleeding
I
heart
will
statement
I
right
will
there,
give
man.
you when America is toppled, that's when football will no longer be king.
Wow.
That's when it'll happen
But as long as there's America, football will be the most popular sport.
in America. 100%.
Dude, if you say America on that one more time, I think you could run for governor or something.
Dude, it's state law. I don't know.
I mean, obviously, it's predicting the future. So we're just saying, what are the odds? Right. Because we can't have exactly.
All right, if this is what are the odds? The odds of America reigning supreme until America topples, plus 100.
Okay.
Which is I
think if anybody throughout history said exactly what you're saying about pretty much anything,
Yes.
they'd be wrong. So the fact that this is no different.
yeah, but football is different.
No, it's not. It's
the
not
best,
different. Baseball was when baseball was at its height. I'm sure there are people like this is the best sport ever. It's always going to be the best
Yeah,
sport.
there's people that are saying that now about
Yeah.
baseball.
What I'm saying is they were wrong, and they didn't envision. They couldn't even they didn't know what, like, you're asking what you need to know what supplants it in order to make a good argument. They didn't know.
But football
They didn't know
evolved.
football was going to come along.
Football evolved, and baseball didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but it
Baseball's
could-
been the same game forever.
Well, but what it has to have some semblance of football today. It can't just be called football and then you're right. It has to be like very, very similar to the game that we're playing right now.
Yeah, it will be. This game will be the game that your great grandkids watch, and they're gonna be.
That's
They're
the most
gonna-
popular thing.
They're gonna live in Wisconsin, and they're gonna be Steelers fans because my great grandpa was a Steelers fan.
I just don't see that happening, man.
I can see.
I see 100 years from now is even wild to even say like
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I would say at a-
not.
Just history. It's
What
history
touches
proves you
it?
wrong.
What touches it?
But we don't have to know what touches it now.
You got to have something.
no, you don't. Again, you don't
Well,
have to.
in order
know.
for it, if
Oh, I'll
it
give you
has such.
examples.
What I'm saying is, it has such a big lead on everything
yeah.
that in order to catch up to it, like you got to have something has to exist right now to eventually try to take over that market.
Yeah, and it could be. I mean, there's outside threats. You know, if you look at like you make like a SWOT analysis of like what's in danger of. You know, I talk about safety, the aspects.
You're hitting me with the SWOT analysis
I
right
know,
now.
man.
Safety aspects, yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying there's that. You know, things like that could happen where we realize, hey, this is a really dangerous sport. People get involved, right? That's always a threat. But then there's also just the public interest in general in the sport. You know, we evolve. Like you look at the same time frame, right? Everybody's watching TV. There's 4 channels on TV, right?
Mhm.
Now we have YouTube. We
Yeah,
have
because it evolved.
I know. I'm saying.
Entertainment evolved.
I know, but as entertainment evolved, and there's a litany of options of things that you can go to entertain you. At some point, our interest in things like that will die out for the sport, whether it's 30 years from now, 100 years from now.
What was on TV when there was 4 channels?
Baseball,
And
I don't
Football?
know,
The
the
news? I don't know.
Carson
Football.
show, and
football, and then YouTube
Yeah,
came along, and all these other streaming platforms. Where can you view football at now? On all these platforms, dude. Football does it better than anyone else,
right now, yeah.
and will always do it
Yeah,
better.
that's just such a hard claim to make.
You guys aren't
So-
coming up with good enough points to like shoot me down.
No,
you're just saying like
no,
the odds say
exactly.
Like, well, no, okay,
Yes, exactly.
okay,
That's the point.
Well, the odds.
Okay, what
football
about-
beats the odds.
Okay, what about this? At some point, the sun in our universe will burn out. We know that will happen. Football will be over then.
Yeah.
Your argument is lost.
There you go. No, yeah.
or is football going to move to
No,
Mars with
that's-
us?
That's
Are we taking
as long
football?
as if America moves to Mars, then football's going with it,
So
dog.
we're packing up
That's-
football.
Yeah.
We're
that's
packing
not-
up America. We're getting in, one of the billionaire rockets.
Do you see
One of them,
that's
and then
a
we're
bad
No,
argument.
this is
And
yeah,
they were
no, I
flying it
love
to
this.
Mars.
This is helping me.
yeah, I know.
Continue
exactly. I'm on your
Continue
side,
on.
but that's not a good line.
This
of
is
But you're
great.
argument.
thinking when the Earth is done, right? The sun burns up. We
Yeah.
gotta go to another planet.
Yeah.
We're taking football with us. It comes with.
No, of course not. But who cares? That's not the point of the conversation, though. You're right. Yes. But everything ends because his point is nothing surpasses it. If that happens, then nothing surpassed it.
Where's my camera?
Like,
do you see what I
like,
did?
We're done.
Yeah.
Did you see what I did to these two?
No, we're not
now
done.
there's
We're moving to
infighting.
another planet. We're
Now
moving
there's
to-
infighting. Checkmate, dude. Checkmate.
No, that argument's not good. But
No, it's a
anything,
great argument. I appreciate that.
anything, the fact that football would defy the odds is just the unlikelihood. It's unlikely. Like again, anybody. Again, I'll go back to this is the main point. If anybody throughout the entire history of humanity said what you're saying right now, they would have been wrong almost to a man. Every single one.
Okay.
Because if they said gladiator arena, this is going to be it. This is the best sport ever. They could never even envision a sport like football.
Yeah, but
they
hold on.
couldn't even,
Yeah.
they didn't have the
time
concept
out.
of it.
But time out.
They'd be wrong.
I don't know history enough. I'd be willing to bet that the gladiator arenas
Yeah.
existed right up until the end of the fall of Rome.
No, they went away before that.
When?
I don't know that. I don't
How
know
do you
that.
what when and how?
I don't know, but nobody knows. This
Okay,
is
but
so,
what
we
I'm
can't
saying
have
is
that.
like I would be willing to bet that happened. Like there was gladiator arenas and all that stuff was happening until Rome fell.
So there's 3 dudes.
Much like I said, Football will exist until America falls.
There's 3 dudes sitting around in togas
But
in the
how-
Coliseum, and they're like, dude,
But how many
This is
sports?
always-
How many sports have already been supplanted? You don't have to go back all the way that far back. Every single other sport besides football, at one point, was really popular and then became less popular.
So far, football's defying the odds, is what you're saying.
It's been for 60 years. That's not very long. And
Is it-
in thousands of years of human history, it's been on top for 60 years.
You just said every sport, football's the only one that's been on top and remained on top.
but it had to get to the top.
I mean,
it wasn't always.
It wasn't
on
always
top.
on top.
It's a
Yeah.
long way to the top.
That's another throwback. School of Rock.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Uh,
Don't
so-
distract us with good music.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah.
So
Let's get
I-
back
the
to
red
the
herring.
bones here.
So I win. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
No,
you.
when the
Alright.
sun burns out. Come on, Dave.
Where's my camera?
Come on.
All the trolls, all the fans, whatever.
Yeah.
All we got, like, dude.
You know what could surpass it? Esports.
Yeah.
Not a chance, dude.
Absolutely, it could.
Not a chance.
They are extremely popular. They're only gaining in popularity.
What is extremely popular?
They are the viewing of
Boom.
esports is huge, a massive explosive growth.
I'm gonna write a SWOT analysis right now about that.
Like what?
you guys.
Like
you
what
guys
is it?
debate.
What is the viewership compared to football?
Oh no, it's not. That's not comparing.
It's
to
nowhere
football.
close.
I'm saying it go from with how many years though? Within like 5 years, from 0 to this. I mean, that's 5 years.
But I would
not
also-
60 or 70 like football.
Without having information.
So there's an example of something that could take over football.
How else does it grow?
What?
But, okay,
it,
let's-
it gets on bigger channels. It gets bigger and bigger. It gets on mainstream.
But
it's just like anything else.
without having the
It's-
information,
it's popular on Twitch.
For now, yes. Doesn't mean it couldn't get big. Couldn't get why? What prevents it from getting onto a mainstream channel?
Because it's boring to watch.
To you,
Okay.
not
To
to
most of America.
not to the people watching it are the future, Colin. The people watching this are
The future gamers,
Yes.
dude. And guess what? Those future gamers turn their shit off and they go watch football too, probably.
Okay.
They probably-
You said what could supplant it. I'm giving you an example
Yes.
of what could supplant it.
I'm
It's
saying,
absolutely-
okay.
I'm saying it's nowhere near close enough. Like it's on, like, football is on the top of the Grand Canyon right now.
Agreed.
And esports is 5 feet off the bottom
Yep,
of the
yep.
river.
And when football came in to be, baseball was at the top of the mountain, and football came back.
Can I put my
Yeah, but
hand up
football.
too?
No,
yeah,
it's
but
not.
Should I
it
put
took
my hand up?
You're so biased
It
for
took
football.
almost no time for football to
60 or
catch up.
70 years?
No time.
This explosion of esports, you can probably, I mean, I would love to look up the stats. The explosion of the popularity of esports in 5 years,
Dude.
is not even close to football.
Yeah, let's check some
Okay,
tape,
but
dude.
do you think that there's more kids right now that play football or play video games?
For sure, video games.
Yeah. So then you got your baseline right there that's getting ready to make that climb. I'm not saying it will, but that's a good rebuttal from Dave that could be one.
If you want something that could surpass it, there's something. But honestly, I don't need anything because again, the third time, you can't. Anybody who has said that my thing that I love is the best was and never will be surpassed. If anybody said that, they would be wrong. And you're the same as them. You're the same as them. Your thing. You're the thing that you love.
They not like us, dude. They not like us.
What do you mean by them?
I hope when
Yeah.
we die and we're in heaven, God lets us check
Check
in,
the tape.
check in on tape,
Yeah.
and he's just gonna point his finger and be like, "You."
Hey, Jesus, real quick, man. I know you're busy, but my boy Colin,
Savior of humanity.
about 70 years ago, we were in Dave's kitchen.
I would love to see some stats on esports right now compared to football stats and how long it took football to catch baseball compared to the gap that esports are in right
If
now.
I were to guess, I would say it probably took football a good 30 or 40 years to catch baseball. That's probably light. Baseball was probably king in our country.
But how?
for
Okay,
50
but how
years.
does esports evolve? What is the evolution of? Because
Kids
you're
stop-
talking about when football, they used to run the power V, one guy in the back, and just basically
Yeah.
wedge it. Yeah, so that was football. Is that anything like the sports that we play today? No.
But I'm saying,
But is esport like what evolves from esports? Like your controllers, you're playing the game,
New games.
just new game. That's it. So it's basically the same thing.
No, it's not.
Viewership
Every
is like, I'm tired of this. I've been watching this guy for 4 years. I'm out of it. I'm off of
Bro,
this.
football has
No.
been the same my whole life. It's been the rules of football have slightly changed.
Have
my
you ever
53 years of life.
have you ever stopped watching football? Like, I'm sick of watching football.
No, I love football.
Because it's different than everything else
Agreed.
in history. That's why.
not
It's
different.
you just agreed. You just said agreed. It's different than anything else
Sure.
that we've ever seen or any other sport out there.
Bro, you can
That's
point-
why it's going to beat the odds. That's why it will rise to the top and it will succeed from now till the end of America.
America.
All right. Hey, you know what? Comment below. Comment
Where's my
below.
camera?
What do you think?
Where's
Yeah.
my camera?
What do you think?
We're gonna get hit with L take.
L take.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you
This is
two
really-
Has
nerds
Colin
are.
got the L take, or do we have the?
I
L
can't
take?
wait to see the e-sporters
see.
come after me, dude. I'm
They're gonna come. They're gonna come.
gonna stiff
Hey,
arm him in the.
Hey, that's true. You're at a disadvantage. The e-sporters live in this arena.
Oh yeah, yeah.
this
yeah.
is their domain.
The last thing.
I trust some meatheads and knuckle draggers to come get my back.
All right,
it's just
all
gonna
right.
be probably way less witty.
No, but like I love football. That's not what I'm saying. Like I love football. Don't sit here and get it
I know
twisted.
you. I know you
hate-
love football.
I'm just saying. Anyway, I made my points. There's no reason to say anymore. You made
Sure.
points. I made points. We'll get on to the next topic, which
And
is
I won. I win.
Colin thinks he won.